Hi guys, sorry I didn't post anything last Friday, but I was deathly ill. I got sick. I still sound nasally, I'm still a little sick. Not as bad as I was though. I haven't been able to clean my house or do anything in the last week, and that's why I'm sitting on the floor in my bedroom, because I can clear a little space here. It's easier to do than cleaning the rest of the house. So, I did do a thing on Hub Pages instead, and I wrote a review for Why Kimba Saved the World by Meg Welch-Dendler. I don't have Why Kimba Saved the World, like the book. I have it on my iPad, which I am currently using to record this. But I will post a picture of it sometime around now. They were kittens for most of it. It's a children's book. I figure it'd be geared more towards early elementary school, kind of read to your kids at night. It's a chapter book, but the chapters are only like 10-15 pages long. Maybe less. I'm reading it on a small screen, so I don't know what it would be like in book form. Anyway, I really like the book. Sorry. It starts off a little confusing. It was the only part of the book that I had a problem with. The main character, Kimba, has a sister whose name is Hero, and at the end of the book there's a little explanation about how they got their names and everything. They were found and brought into a house with 2 other cats and a dog. 3 other cats, one's an outdoor cat, and a dog. But because they were kittens and they didn't even have their eyes open yet, they were pretty much locked in the master bathroom. So they eventually find it that there's a cat, but in the mirror, like, cats on a different planet use mirrors and reflective surfaces on Earth to communicate with other cats, and they're attempting to take over the world. For some reason, they don't really explain that. They just say that they want to be free. So the cat keeps asking the main character, Kimba, to do all these activities and missions for him, and he doesn't explain why, but they're pretty simple. They're like, go outside, or, I can't remember what the first one was, but they're pretty simple, they're not that hard. The worst thing she had to do was go outside, and she was terrified of that, but all in all, at the very end, she has to decide whether or not she's going to save her family that raised her, or give them up for cat freedom. And it's quite interesting. I have 2 cats, and they're quite similar to the 2 characters. I thought it was a good book as far as realistic actions go of the cats. She did really well in correctly portraying cats and what they do and their cute little actions, and that cats do have their own personalities. It was really heartwarming that the cats feel like their humans are their family, and the other animals in the house are their family too, even though they don't get along. And the dog is big and scary because he's a border collie black lab mix, and he's huge compared to these tiny little kittens. I do think that it's more feminine, and that little girls would enjoy it more than little boys. Mostly just because all of the characters, except for the dog, and, some of the minor characters are male, but all the main characters are female, so you're looking at it from a female's point of view, and I think that's just harder for guys in general. One of the things I really enjoyed was the pictures throughout the book of the actual cats. The author portrayed the cats after her own, who have those same names, and you're funny. But it gave personality, and it gave it a more realistic quality that I think a lot of kids like and enjoy in novels. I like the idea that the cats see their family and the humans as selfless caregivers, because you don't think about it when you get pets, but you're essentially giving them everything: food, shelter, sometimes clothing, everything that they could need and want, and you're giving them a safe place to live. I mean, living outside is probably terrifying for most of our indoor pets. And we don't really expect anything except for, like, love in return, and we're selflessly giving up time, like, years of our lives, and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to our animals. I mean, I spend thousands of dollars every year just on, like, food for my cats. So, well, I mean, when you think about it, we're not getting anything in return. It's not like they go out and get jobs. Some animals do have jobs, but my cats aren't famous enough for that, so I don't get anything out of them apart from love and the occasional bedtime snuggle. At the very beginning of the book is the only time I had difficulties with it. The author alludes to the cat behind the mirror, and the book is written in the past tense, so in the beginning of the novel, the cat she's like an older cat, like 5 years old, and she's reflecting back on her life, and she alludes to the cat in the mirror, and it's really confusing because you've never been introduced to him before, and he comes in later, so after a while it doesn't matter anymore, but for the first, I don't know, fourth of the book or so, I was pretty confused. I had no idea what was going on with this mysterious cat showing up in her life. That was a little difficult for me. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Maybe I was too sick to know. I don't know, maybe I was on too much cold medicine. So my favorite quote, it appears a couple of times in the novel, and I think it's true on a number of levels. Some cats are born on Earth and never know who they really are, and others are sent. From the novel's point of view, she's talking about some cats are sent to Earth to destroy humans, but if you think about it, like, some cats are born on Earth and never know what their purpose is when they come into a home, but others are sent there, kind of like little tiny guardian angels. So I give this book 4 out of 5. I'd give it 5 out of 5, except for I had that little bit of confusion. That might just be me, though, so if other people have this problem as well, I'd love to hear about it, but I think what's going to end up happening is everyone else can figure it out, and I was just sick, or not paying attention, or tired, or whatever. It might just be a me thing, and the rest of the readers were perfectly okay with it. But anyway, 4 out of 5. Really good. If you've got any suggestions for books that I could review, I will add them to my extensive list of things that I have to read in the near future. About anything you want to, really. I probably will respond in some way, shape, or form to anything you say. I have the link for Hub Pages and my blog, and hopefully I will have something else done by next week. Maybe another book that I can finish reading this week. I was finally able to catch up on all my personal stuff, so I have time to read and make videos now. Plan is this week, by Friday, have another video out, and have another thing on Hub Pages. Maybe I might just do a video of one of the books that I've already read and reviewed. But we won't know until Friday.